Carib Reefer is sponsored by ReefWise. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do something a little fun. We're going to head down to Blue Line Coral in Naperville, Illinois, speak to the owner, and see what they have. Stay tuned. All right, so we're back with Dan at Blue Line Coral. Just taking a look through the store. First of all, I want to talk about that setup right there. So about how many gallons do you have running just right there?
Right here, this trough is 6 feet by 3 feet. It's only about 4 inches deep, so it's actually about 65 gallons, but gives us a lot of surface area and square footage to hold coral.
Okay, perfect. So if it is that you guys never been onto his website, he does a bi-weekly auction?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. What gave you the idea of that?
It kind of goes back to the old school days of auctions on eBay. Back in the day, we used to run auctions through Facebook as well. And it's just a nice little fun thing. Let people bid. A lot of times you can get things for even a better deal. Also gets more traffic through the store. We ship it obviously all over the country. So yeah, bi-weekly, twice a month. We run auctions, 200 to 300 pieces in each set on our website.
And what's the website?
BlueLineCoral.com.
Okay. How long have you been doing that though, you said?
The auction's just over a year now.
Okay. And I've won a few.
Yes,
So if you look at my tank, there's a few pieces from there, and we'll be looking at some of the corals that are going to be on the next auction as well. So why the name Blue Line?
So Blue Line Coral is a reference, law enforcement reference. It's a thin blue line. Prior to owning Blue Line Coral, I was in the private sector. I ran a dual purpose explosive detection canine. So it's kind of the pairing between my hobby at the time, coral and saltwater, with my occupation. We came up with Blue Line Coral.
Do you have a favorite coral in the store? I know you go through a lot of things, but
right now, that's always a tricky one because it varies. We have some really cool endophilias. They're just really puffy, meaty pieces that have nice texture. So we have actually both of these are going up for auction. We have a nice metallic pink one in neon green. I'm also on a Diaceras plate kick because Diaceras plates are one of the few places that you can frag and propagate. So we have a couple Mulder colonies here where then you can actually break apart the plate and have basically frags of plate, which your normal heliofungias and regular plates you can't typically frag. Now let's look at their fish and invertebrates.
This is their arrival side of the store, where you take in your inverts, all your fish, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So obviously we're very heavy on coral. That's what we primarily focus on. We do bring in a lot of fish, stateside as well as import on our own. Depending on the species, those that are more sensitive to copper medications we keep over on this side, which also houses our inverts. So we run heavy UV, but obviously we can't run any copper medication due to the inverts. Our middle systems here, which are separated into 4 separate systems, we do run copper and UV to help as a preventative. Although it is not 100% quarantine, it's a nice way to observe them and keep them in some medication to be more of a preventative measure.
Okay, that's pretty much in the middle of the store. What size is that?
So this one is a 5-foot deep dimension, 250 gallon tank.
Okay. And what was your primary goal with this? Like before you even put it together, what did you want to do with it, and how has that changed?
So initially, it was just going to be a big focal center point. We did start with a harem of nearly 100 clownfish about 3 years ago. We changed the scape to kind of showcase the Stax rock and what you can do with negative space. And the plan with this is to have lots of schooling fish, lots of swimming area, a lot of plateaus that they can hide in and feel comfortable, but we can still view them.
Okay. And I even remember doing a video a while back here with the Tang Gang.
Yeah.
That was the first time I've ever seen that many tanks in one tank.
Yep. So prior to switching this around, we had a school of 8 to 10 sailfins in here. Lots of really cool wrasses and other schooling fish in there as well. Like I said, initially we put in, I think it was 94 clownfish, which was just a drop in the bucket once they all went in there due to the size of the tank.
Back to the corals.
So this is one of our rimless deep blue 60s. This guy is specifically dedicated to aquaculture SPS. Nothing wild ever touches the system. It's all aquaculture that way. It's pest free, 100% aquaculture as well. We keep a lot of our SPS over here so we can monitor lighting flow parameters, keep them stable for them. But we actually do have our own off-site aquaculture facility, grow facility. We work with a lot of local growers as well, but we also do a lot of propagation on our own.
Okay. And so do you often switch things over from that facility, or do you try to keep that really there?
A little bit of both. We have a couple holding systems that have our main kind of mother colonies there. The facility is big enough to hold almost all the coral that's currently in our store. It has 6 5-foot by 4-foot vats capability of holding. So if fully running and full, it could hold over 7,000 frags. But we do rotate stuff in and out. If we have something really unique that we import, whether it's a chalice, zoa, or whatnot, we'll make sure it's healthy, pest free, move it over the farm, let it propagate and grow, so we can share it again with hobbyists, whether it's local or across the country. And we like to grab pieces almost weekly and kind of rotate them in and out based on what we have in the store. But of course, we work with a lot of hobbyists too. We do trade-ins and tank breakdowns. If someone has a colony that's kind of overgrowing or they want to switch things up, we're always open and happy to accept aquaculture.
The guys over at Blue Line raise money to donate to the Mark 9 Foundation, which helps retired service dogs after they have completed their time with law enforcement. If you would like to donate to a good cause, head over to bluelinecorals.com or call them up and see how you could help by donating to the Mark 9 Fund. If you enjoy the video, if you enjoy what we do here, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, leave a like. If there's a video that you'd like to see us make, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Till next time, peace.